after what has been the longest, most grueling, and quite frankly, the most gay Pride Month on record. It is time for Americans to celebrate. It is time to celebrate the dispatching of the hordes of hungry, hungry homos. Let us drink beer. Let us grill burgers. And let us be great once again. Because, boy, you're in MAGA country. Hello, everyone. My name is Swamp.
If my uncle was a philanthropist, I wouldn't know. 'Cause he's never called me before. I've got an uncle down in New Orleans. He's never texted or called or anything. If my uncle was a philanthropist, I wouldn't know. If my uncle was a paleontologist, I'd have no idea that he's digging up dinosaurs that dropped dead in Pangea. If my uncle loved cinnamon sticks, well, I wouldn't know any of that shit. If my uncle was a philanthropist, I wouldn't know. My uncle could have made this guitar in the factory with his bare hands, and I'd have no idea because he never bothered to call me. If my uncle was a ventriloquist, I wouldn't know. I've never been invited to any of the shows. If my uncle was the president of France, well, I probably would have heard of that, but if my uncle was a philanthropist, I wouldn't know. Yeehaw.
All right, guys. It's gonna be a little bit of a different show, I guess you could say, today, because I tried to get a bunch of things done this week, and then I also went, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I drove up to Nashville and went to the Daily Wire Backstage Live event that they did there. So I was gone for 2 days this week anyway. So I didn't actually finish any of the projects that I was working on this week. I tried to get a bunch of stuff done, but I apparently I tried to do too much. So unfortunately, no Swamp News today. You're just going to have to get your information from regular news, I guess. Sorry about that. And yes, Pride Month is over, but if you remember, last Friday, we got so caught up in all the Roe v. Wade salt mining that we didn't actually get to the last video that I wanted to do for Pride Month. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to continue one more video for Pride Month. And don't act like you're not stoked about it. So I'm going to have to take down these American flags. I know. Going to have to throw the pride flag back up there. It doesn't seem right, but what can I say? It is what it is. I think it's going to be worth it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to find out what is the difference between gay people dating and straight people dating. Is there a difference? I mean, other than the obvious? I don't know. Let's find out. I'm sure powered by rainbows. They've got the answers for us.
How does dating compare when you're straight or gay?
I can already tell this is going to be informative.
Dating. The thing back when we were teenagers where we would have...
This guy just shows up on screen and I just can't help but start laughing. Okay. Go ahead. Matt Haslam.
Have to nervously walk up to someone in school and ask them out in person and sweat through our shirts awaiting their response. Then, of course, Jeffrey told us, sorry, man, I already have a boyfriend, and we went home crying. So then we held on to that resentment for the next 10 years of our lives until we made a TV show all about dating.
Wait, how old is this guy? You're telling me there was 3 gay kids at his school? Because he said that, what's his name? Henry or Jeffrey or whatever it was, said he already had a boyfriend? I'm thinking maybe this guy's a lot younger than I think he is. He's got the Brian Stelter thing going on where you go, yeah, he's this guy, he's actually 26, and you're like, holy shit. It's not going well for you, brother.
Just so we can tell the world how he hurt us. What? No, that's a totally made up story. But on a slightly unrelated note, congrats on getting married, Jeff. But on a more serious note, homophobes
okay.
will say that in a gay relationship, there is only lust.
Oh, I paused it at the wrong time. Sorry, go back.
But on a more...
I just wanted to show you, that's what a serial killer looks like, by the way. That is a serial killer. Oh, God. Oh, man. Man, dude. That guy eats people, for sure. He saw a documentary about Jeffrey Dahmer once and was like, that doesn't sound too bad. I like it.
Serious note, homophobes will say that in a gay relationship, there is only lust and no love present. Others will say that because we have marriage equality in just 29 out of the 195 countries on Earth, that somehow this basic sense of equality means that everything is perfect now. So today
how does living in the United States, like, how are you affected by the fact that there's all these countries where gay marriage isn't legal? do you feel it just deep down in your heart every day when you wake up and you're like, there's a gay man getting thrown off a roof in Saudi Arabia right now? I mean, that is a bummer, I'm not going to lie, but yes, you do have equality here, for sure. Why you got to try to compare it to those places?
We discuss the similarities and differences between straight and gay couples when dating. The first step in that process is, of course, finding someone. In the past year, 48% of straight US adults have used an online dating app to find someone. 23% of them...
God, that just makes me really depressed to know. I've never downloaded a dating app, and I never plan on it. If you're out there in the audience and you have a dating app, you know what? I'll be nice. It's fine. Sure. Be a dork.
ended up going on a date with someone they found on a dating app, and just 11% ended up marrying the person they met on the dating app. Those numbers all rise to 55% of lesbian, gay, and bisexual adults who use dating apps, and 21% of them who end up getting married to the person they found on a dating app. This is because using an online dating app or service is a lot easier for a gay or bisexual person. If you're on one of these apps, you know every profile you're looking at is someone who is gay as well. This is, of course, unless you're one of the 25% of LGBT individuals who run into someone who's homophobic, who pretends to be gay just to bully you, or worse.
Oh, there's just so much wrong with this. I mean, come on. I can't believe... I'm still hung up on the fact that it says 48% of straight people are using online dating apps. You got to get it together, all right? Get your shit together. Delete the app. Man, dude. God. And I like how this is implying that more gay people end up getting married than straight people. I'm not sure if I'm buying that one.
Yet, they trick you into meeting them in a secluded place to harm you. That, of course, is something that only happens to gay people, which is why LGBT individuals fear going on the first dates more.
Only LGBT individuals. Oh, he's not even adding the T or the Q. This guy is a freaking bigot. This is a new video, too. This isn't like he didn't know about the other letters. The other letters have been well established by when this video was released. So first of all, Matt Haslam is a white supremacist Nazi. So we have that established. He doesn't want to talk about the T's and the Q's, but what are you talking about? Only LGBT? God, it just feels wrong to say, not add the other letters. I'm such a better person than Matt Haslam. But only gay people have ever experienced discrimination? Well, I mean, sure, only a gay man can experience discrimination for being gay, but there's plenty of kinds of discrimination out there. I mean, anyone can experience any kind of discrimination. I mean, one could argue that left-handed people are discriminated against, seeing as most things are made for right-handed people. As it should be, because left-handed people are an abomination.
Than straight people. But once you get past this phase, which many call the plenty of fish in the sea phase, next comes the first date. In straight relationships, 33% of Americans think whoever asked the other person out should be the one who pays for the date. 32% say the man should pay for the date no matter who asked the other out. 11%.
I can't abide that. Listen, if she asks me out, we're either going halvesies or she's paying. But that's because I make YouTube videos and I couldn't afford it any other way.
Say they should split the bill evenly, and just 12% say they aren't sure. Compare this to gay male relationships.
What a cop-out. I'm not sure. I also didn't get where these statistics are coming from. I don't know where these numbers are coming from, but I'm not sure who should pay in on a first date. Come on, unless the woman brings it up, it's expected that the man is going to pay. I mean, that's just, we live in a society and all that.
Where 36% say the person who asked the other out should pay. 14% say they should split it evenly, and 30% say they aren't sure. For lesbian
30% of gay people aren't sure who's supposed to pay. Who's the man here? Which one of us is the man? I don't know. I like how there's not any data for saying the man should pay. Because wouldn't that be... I mean, that's what I would say if it was me. No, the man should pay.
relationships, 36% say the person who asked the other out should pay. 14% say they should split the bill evenly, and 24% say they aren't sure.
No, because they're lesbians and there is no man present, every lesbian date is a dine and dash because none of them can pay.
But when it comes to the relationship after the first date, overall, same-sex couples reported shorter relationship lengths compared to different sex couples. This is caused by a few factors, which experts call minority stresses. This is
Well, I now know your experts are full of shit. Continue.
Defined as the relationship between an individual in a minority and the culture or conflicts that minority has with the majority or society. A great example of this is something called internalized homophobia, or the self-doubt and hatred we have for ourselves because we were taught all of our lives that we were less than important compared to straight people.
That's not where your self-hatred is coming from, bro. Come on, man. No. Get out of here with that. Yeah, it's everyone else's fault that you hate yourself. Grow up, Matt. Grow up. Be a man. Oh, wait, no. I guess you can't. Never mind.
And being straight was forcibly shoved down our throats our entire lives. So yeah, that's going to happen. Interestingly, straight people being shoved down gay people's throats is the...
Dude, stop talking about shoving things down your throat, please. Come up with a different saying, please. Oh my God, how did we end up on this? Look what's on the screen. Most searched for gay terms. I'm not going to read them out loud.
Fourth most searched term on adult websites this year. And side note, lesbian is the most searched term in all of Canada, so kudos to Canada. The next step in dating...
Kudos to Canada? Kudos to Canada? For what? Bunch of degenerates, eh?
...is moving in together. While same-sex couples who move in together have the same exact likelihood of breaking up as compared to before, when they were merely dating and living separately, straight couples who decide to co-reside have lower risk of breaking up, but living together may increase that risk over time. When it comes to the next step in a relationship and proposing, 44% of straight couples think that couples should choose and pay for their rings together. 4% think that each partner should choose and pay for their own ring. 15% say that each partner should choose and pay for their partner's ring. 11% say whoever proposes should pay for both rings. And 19% say they aren't sure. For lesbians, 29% of them think they should choose and pay for their rings together. Just like straight couples, 4% say that each partner should...
Matt, I want to know where you're getting this data. Did he ever say that at the beginning? Where this was coming from?
Equality in just... Congrats on getting married, Jeff. But on a say that because we have marriage equality in just on Earth, we discuss the similar dating. The first step in that process is of past year, 48% of...
As far as I know, he could be making all this up. I don't know.
But only 7% say that whoever proposes should choose and pay for both of their rings. And a higher percentage, at 31%, say that they aren't sure who should choose or pay.
Shocker. 2 women in the relationship, neither one of them can make a decision. Color me shocked. And they never get to go out to dinner because no one can pick a place. Are these classic comedy tropes doing anything for you?
Similar to lesbians, 29% of gay male couples say they should choose and pay for their rings together. A higher rate than straight or lesbian, over 6% of gay couples say they should choose and pay for their own rings. A lower rate of 10% say they should choose and pay for their partner's ring. Just like with lesbians, 7% of gay male couples say whoever proposes should choose and pay for both rings, and 19% say they aren't sure. When it comes to sharing a last name, only 40% of straight people say they should share a last name after marriage.
What? No. Listen, Matt. You're pulling this shit out of nowhere. Only 40% of straight marriages say that they should have the same last name? Dude, that is... Where are you getting these figures? 40% say they should share the last name, 25% say should not, and 35% say they aren't sure? No. This is the experts that he's getting this from, they're all just gay men, and they just decided to make this up.
And 25% disagree. But for gay couples, the numbers rise greatly. 43% of same-sex partners say they should share a last name after marriage.
No, Matt. There's no way that more gay couples share the same last name than straight couples. I can't even say that's a lie because it's so obviously fake. It's more like it's an attack on your intelligence as the viewer. He's calling you retarded right now. That's what he's doing. Yeah. Thank you, Matt.
And only 23% disagree. But when it comes to marriage itself, though, once a gay, lesbian, or bisexual couple is married, their relationship becomes as stable, if not more than stable, than a straight relationship. Over 19% of straight couples will end their marriage with divorce, but only 16% of gay couples do the same. So this means once a gay couple makes it to marriage, they are in...
This sounds like some wishful thinking, Matt, all right? This does not sound legit at all.
Incredibly more stable than straight relationships. Of course, all of this is purely talking about the numbers. So now it's time to explain why these numbers occur. While dating, gay couples face many, many more challenges than straight couples do. LGBT individuals...
Dude, 2022, there's never been a harder time to be gay in America than in 2022. Let me tell you, man. I have listened to some people's lived experiences, and I have acknowledged their truth. It's a hard time. It's a very hard time.
Individuals face higher rates of eviction, homelessness, poverty, job loss, and a plethora of other circumstances, which makes dating incredibly difficult as a gay couple.
Well, it sounds like the gays need to stop being so damn lazy. How about that?
When going on dates, we can and have been thrown out of restaurants, movie theaters, and every other type of date you can go on.
Well, listen, Matt, a straight couple can't just have sex on the table at the restaurant either, okay? That's not discrimination. That's a crime. Get out of here. If you're in a high-end restaurant and they find out that you're doing it in the bathroom, they're going to kick you out, okay? And I'm thinking that's happening more with you guys.
Just because we are a gay couple. Even if the places you go to don't discriminate openly, you can face silent discrimination as a gay couple.
Oh, man, silent discrimination. Is that like the infamous, is that like a microaggression? God, this picture he keeps pulling up is just killing me. Man, the guy on the left, the Matt in the red shirt there, he's the one that lures the guy in. You know, goes out to the gay bar, lures the guy in, and then the guy on the right's at the home, and he bashes the guy over the head when he comes in, and then they eat him. I don't know. make gay barbecue. I don't know.
For example, my boyfriend Michael and I constantly face people who treat us differently.
It's because you're ugly. Okay? That's the problem. I'm sorry, but it's true. I can't help that. It's just the way God made you.
Because they see us holding hands or wearing rainbows. Sure, we can walk down the street in our city without people looking at us strangely because we live in a mostly accepting area.
Well, then what are you on about? We face discrimination just all the time, even though we're in a mostly accepting city and no one stares at us. It's got to be tough to be so insecure about your own life choices that someone just being in your general area, even if they're not looking at you, makes you feel insecure about yourself. You might need to see a therapist, Matt.
And sure, our landlord is so accepting that most of our apartment is filled with LGBTQ renters.
See, this happens all the time. They talk about how there's just the oppression inherent in the system. And then they go, yeah, sure. I mean, everything in my life is like totally fine and no one is ever mean to me and they're very accepting. But you know what? It's the silent microaggressions. It's just that when they're around straight people, they get uncomfortable. Matt, it sounds like you're the bigot here, okay? Stop discriminating against straight people.
But it's the silent discrimination, like our order at a restaurant coming slower than a straight couple next to us who ordered after us.
Matt, this is a personal problem, okay? That happens to everybody sometimes. Next thing you're going to tell me is the last time they went to go see a movie, they didn't like it, so they felt that the movie discriminated against them. Your food took longer? But what if they messed it up and they had to remake something? Or you ordered something that took longer than the other person? You can't just assume discrimination, especially when, by your own admission, Matt, by your own admission, you live in a very accepting city. LA, I'm assuming.
Talkative personality of the cashier in the grocery store suddenly going away when we get to the front of the line, and the million other smaller things gay couples face that straight couples never have to.
So we're gonna have to go back to this, Matt. You're an ugly couple, so that's definitely part of it. Why the cashier is not as talkative when you get up there. You're just gonna have to deal with that. That's not ever gonna change. You got to own it. Second of all, if this is how you're talking about everyday interactions, I'm willing to bet that you're bringing a very strange energy in that line when you get up to the cashier that makes everything suddenly very awkward. You're doing that, not them. They turn around and they go, holy shit, there's Jeffrey Dahmer and his boyfriend. That is a personal problem that you can address, all right? See a therapist, Matt.
And that's all besides the fact that we are at a much higher risk of being physically assaulted or murdered just because we are gay and we are holding hands or something.
Well, of course, a gay person is at a higher risk of being attacked for being gay. A straight person has a 0% chance of being attacked for being gay. What kind of statistic is this? You don't often see a straight couple holding hands and go, I'm going to go gay bash them, Matt. It's in the name, all right? We're at a higher risk for getting gay bashed. You are 100% of the risk. I'm not condoning it. It's bad. But don't act like somehow a higher rate as if there's like, this is the numbers, man.
That every straight couple can do without any incidents. For example, on Christmas Eve.
Not true. I wasn't allowed to hold hands with my girlfriend in high school. There you go. Swamp fact check. Powered by Rainbows debunked.
A straight couple threw snowballs at our car and ran up after us to beat us up in the parking lot of a Wegmans grocery store. It's scary, but these things happen all the time. Just because we love someone of the same gender. While we can sit here and pretend that things are equal now just because we have the legal right to get married and employers can't fire us for being gay anymore.
Okay, listen, Matt, you don't get to say, we can pretend things are equal because, I mean, we're equal. Well, then it's not pretending, is it, Matt? It's not pretending anymore. It's real. You are equal.
More in America. The truth is, in most countries on Earth, that's not the case.
Don't go to those countries, Matt. That would be your fault.
Even in those countries, we are a far way from being equal. Sure, while dating, gay couples are more likely to break up compared to straight couples. But just like many of our other issues, the only reasons we break up more often while dating are because of the constant discrimination, physical violence, murdering of our community members, and erasure of LGBTQ topics in education brought on by the straight...
Okay, Matt. Just stop, Matt. The reason why we break up more is because of straight people? Is that your argument, Matt? You know what? The next time I'm in a relationship and we break up, I'm just gonna go around and say it was the damn queers, man. it was the gays. Why? What did they do something? Well, I mean, they are there. They exist in the world. There's a higher rate of just discrimination.
People who think they are far superior until their marriages all end in divorce. Then and only then do they realize either how bitter they truly are or finally realize love is love and they never had it. Anyway.
Damn, Matt. God, that was one of the worst things I've ever heard. I love how they always talk about how it's the other people who are bitter and angry, and then they just like absolutely insult an entire group of people and call them douchebags.
We break up more often while dating
Listen to this again.
are because of the constant discrimination, physical violence, murdering of our community members, and erasure of LGBTQ topics in education brought on by the straight people who think they are far superior until their marriages all end in divorce. Then and only then do they realize either how bitter they truly are or finally realize love is love and they never had it. Anyway, if you want to learn more about
how does Matt not get that makes him look like the sad, bitter person, not the other way around? He's the one who seems like a sad, bitter man. Or as Buzz Lightyear would say, you're a sad, strange little man. You have my pity. So that was from the gays. But what about the lesbians? I mean, that's everyone always forgets about the lesbians. It's all about the gays. Here we go. I know I said it was only going to be one more, but I count this as kind of the same thing. So that was the gays. Let's see what the lesbians have to say.
I love you. I love you too.
Yes! Maggie! Lily didn't die this week!
From BuzzFeed, so you know it's good.
You look very nice today.
Thank you. Are you flirting with me?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I am. Thank you.
You know the new girl, Kara?
Yeah.
Do you know what, like, her deal is?
Well, I heard that she broke up with her girlfriend like a week
Why are they so gross?
ago.
So one could argue that she's, like, queer.
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
This guy needs to stop.
So, can I get your number?
God, what a nightmare.
Actually, I'm a lesbian. And here come the gross comments.
That's chill. Talk to you later.
So do you have a boyfriend? Or a girlfriend? Or a partner?
Are you on drugs? That would be my first question for this person, actually. Do you often go and buy illegal narcotics on the street from Pablo on the corner?
No, I'm telling you, Kristen Stewart's gay.
No! She's dating Robert Pattinson. Their love is eternal. Kristen Stewart and girlfriend Soko hold hands.
Told ya.
God, the BuzzFeed is just the king of just making unbelievable cringe.
And their love is eternal.
Eternally.
Oh, God.
Wishing she had pussy.
And God, when they try to act like men and then try to tell jokes, oh, it's just brutal. That was a quick one, all right? I just wanted to throw it in since we had... I wanted to be fair. We had the gay perspective, so we had to throw a little bit of lesbian in there. I do not have anything from the bisexual community. As far as I'm aware, they have not made any propaganda recently. or ever, as far as I can tell. All right, that's it. Look, we finally get to take down the pride flag. Praise God. Until next year, which I can't wait. It's like when you're a kid and the day after Christmas, you're like, oh man, I can't wait for Christmas next year. So, 4th of July weekend, I'm definitely going to be taking a little bit of time off from making videos. I'll probably be back on Tuesday, but of course, and this may shock absolutely nobody, TikTok is very upset about the 4th of July. I mean, who could have foreseen that? Every single year there's something. So on TikTok right now, we've got hashtag July 4th boycott, hashtag boycott the 4th of July, hashtag abort the 4th of July. Oh yeah. It's some quality stuff for sure. Here, let me where the hell is it? There we go. Oh yeah, everyone's favorite. Let's see what the TikTokers have for us.
Celebrating 4th of July and putting out that content this year. And also, Clarence Thomas, you can fuck all the way off.
Wow.
You know, you shouldn't throw stones.
And for some reason, TikTok does that sometimes where it starts in the middle of the video. But she seems pleasant.
Good morning. So for everyone that knows us, you know this channel is about food, family, and fun. I've been thinking about a lot of things since yesterday. I slept on it. Bedhead. And here's the thing. I'm so sorry, you guys, but this year we will not be doing any 4th of July content. After what happened yesterday,
why do you talk
women no
like
longer
this?
have freedom. And so I cannot be celebrating 4th of July and putting out that content this year. And also, Clarence Thomas, you can fuck all the way off. You know, you shouldn't throw stones when you live in a glass house. Okay? Very good.
What the hell? What? I don't. Does she know what that means? Not throwing stones in a glass house? Because I don't know how that applies here. But she just told a black man to F off while she had her middle finger painted like a watermelon. What a racist lady. She did that on purpose. I'm reporting this to TikTok. Be like, hey, I'm going to flip off a black man. I should definitely paint a watermelon on my finger. I'm surprised she didn't just do the whole thing in blackface. I mean, why not?
Protesting all over. People are still protesting all over the United States today. It's Saturday, the day after Roe v. Wade got overturned, which I can't even believe I just said that out loud. Like, I literally can't believe it. I feel like I'm unprotected and unsafe and not part of America. Like, I'm not welcome.
Okay. How, you know, this is like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? How many videos does it take to actually find out what it is that they're in danger of? What's actually, yeah, what, how many videos are we going to have to go through? Because I guarantee you there's going to be a bunch of people who say it, that they're unsafe or they're going to die or they've lost all their rights, their freedoms. How many videos do we have to watch before we'll find one where they actually explain that? Because I'm not entirely sure that there is an explanation. And I've looked, man. I've been trying to I've been trying to find out, and thus far, I gotta say, there has been none. No reasons given.
Welcome in America anymore. Like, I'm walking around with this target on my back. July 4th is coming up, and do not celebrate. Do not celebrate.
Oh, damn
People
it, I
are
hit
still
the wrong thing. But a target on your back? What does that mean? I just... Oh, no. The court overturned Roe v. Wade. There's literally a target on my back, and I'm literally unsafe. I am literally gonna die.
In front of courts, in front of anywhere we can find, and unite and protest and celebrate our own way and show them that we are not the America that they just made us into. Like, we're not these people. We're not savages. We're not people that want to...
Overturning Roe v. Wade literally makes us savages. Savages. That seems racist, considering that most of the people who get abortions are non-white. These women just can't help themselves, can they? With the whole racism thing.
Take away people's rights. That's not who we are. Let's show them that. Let's unite and get together on 4th of July. People are still protesting all over.
These people, they just really don't understand anything, do they? So the ruling says this is not a constitutional right, and it never has been. So just stop saying it, please, God. Just knock it off.
I boycott the 4th of July. I don't care what your reason for doing so is, whether you don't want to pay for gas or you don't want to celebrate a country that does this. I don't care what your views are on this.
Oh, I came across this. This is weird. This is another one of those things where you kind of like, eyebrow raised, like, what is going on here? They were going to boycott the 4th of July anyway because of gas prices. And you might think, wait, they were going to boycott the 4th of July and they were going to protest the Biden administration? That seems strange. Like, liberals are going to protest the Biden administration. Wow, okay. No. They were going to protest because of high gas prices, but they were going to protest it because it was because of corporate greed. It had nothing to do with the Biden administration. It had everything to do with corporate greed. They were going to be protesting the oil companies, the big companies that, for no reason at all, just to make Biden look bad, are raising the prices on us. I thought for a second, I was like, wait, are we actually going to agree on something here? The gas prices? Turns out, no. we don't even agree on that.
The fact that they're not even giving us a choice is not okay. The law, which made exceptions for medical emergencies.
Oh, you literally have a choice, lady. I mean, that's what overturning Roe v. Wade did. It took it back to the states. The states now have a choice. You just got to elect the officials that you want to represent you. It's not hard to understand.
In cases of severe fetal abnormalities, but not for, because God forbid we bring a child into this world that's not like everyone else, but we can't hold grown-ass adults accountable for the horrific things that they do to women. This is just one thing on my list of everything that's fucked up with America. And correct me if I'm wrong.
What is she on about? Let's try this one more time.
We bring a child into this world that's not like everyone else, but we can't hold grown-ass adults accountable for the horrific things that they do to women. This is just one thing on my list of everything that's fucked up with America. And correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't it literally say in the Constitution, we the people in order to form a more perfect union? Doesn't that mean we the people have the power to overthrow and fight back? Because we're just...
Even when they try to talk about the Constitution, they just can't get it right. Doesn't that mean we the people, like we the people should be in charge? Lady, Roe v. Wade was overturned. The power has gone back to the people. You're not talking about power to the people. You're talking about a dictatorship. What are you... Oh, it's hilarious.
Just letting all of this shit happen and be done to us right now at this point. At what point do we say enough is enough and agree that this is not fucking working? Boycott the fly. Boycott the 4th of
And they're always so confident about it too. They're always so confident that they know exactly what they're talking about. And you listen to it and you're like, that might actually be the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. God. Doesn't that mean we the people? Yes, that's what happened. That is what happened. The people now get to decide. God. Ugh. Okay, stupid music, copyrighted music says, now we're supposed to celebrate Independence Day as if the United States isn't in complete chaos? No, thank you. Wear pink on July 4th. We will not be silent. All right, it's game over. They're going to wear pink on July 4th. That's it. Bring back Roe v. Wade. It's over. Oh, they want people to buy fireworks and light them off outside the Supreme Court members' houses. Okay, great. Hey, Dazed and Confused.
Bicentennial 4th of July brouhaha. Don't forget what you're celebrating, and that's the fact that a bunch of slave-owning, aristocratic white males didn't want to pay their
Man, education, the education system has been pushing this stuff for a long time. I remember hearing about that when I was in like middle school and high school. The crazy nonsense that what she's saying.
4th of July is canceled. We will not be participating.
Then. Pack it up, boys.
One cannot celebrate freedoms while they are simultaneously being altered, denied, or taken away. And I will not be able to look into the eyes of my 13-year-old daughter and tell her she should be happy. Smile, baby, you have freedoms. Freedoms that we fought wars over.
This dude literally is talking about wanting his 13-year-old daughter to get railed and then have an abortion. Just throwing that out there. That's what he's talking about.
Over. That people bled and died over. Freedoms that those in power bought and altered. If she is raped and forced to carry a child to term, I as a single father will have to raise primarily my own grandchild. So will a lot of other single parents. I don't want to hear it. It happens every 7 seconds in this country. 7 seconds. And I have a feeling that this will embolden some men, and that number will change. No, we will not be celebrating the 4th of July. We're going to be lighting a different fuse. Care to join us?
I want to know what this other fuse is. God, these people are just so unbelievably arrogant. God, the way he's like swaggering back and forth and the way he's talking all condescending. I mean, jeez. They're just so confident. It's amazing. And they love to say stuff like this where they pretend like they're bringing out statistics. It happens every 7 seconds in this country. That does not mean that every 7 seconds there's a 50-50 shot that your daughter is going to be raped. That's not what that means. What is he talking about? I mean, depending on where you live and how well you've educated your daughter, which probably isn't super great, her likelihood of that happening is almost zero. It's almost zero. It's like how they use the same thing with like gun statistics about school shootings, and they talk about how unsafe the schools are, even though the odds of you being shot at school are a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a percent. It's like, no, just because it happens doesn't mean that every waking moment, it's just a 50-50 shot. It's a gamble, man. Who knows? It is statistically irrelevant.
4th of July is canceled. We were already planning a boycott between the 3rd and the 5th of July to protest gas prices and corporate greed, but now this shit happens? You gotta be fucking kidding me if somebody's celebrating.
Oh, see, I told you they were talking about they were going to protest high gas prices, and I thought for a second that like, oh, hey, cool, something that we can agree on. Yeah, screw the Biden administration for these gas prices, man. But no, it's about the corporate greed. It's about the corporate greed. They also believe they probably believe it's Putin as well. It's Putin's price hike. It's the oil companies working in tandem with Putin's price hike.
4th of July is canceled. We were already planning a boycott between the 3rd and the 5th of July to protest gas prices and corporate greed, but now this shit happens? You gotta be fucking kidding me if somebody's celebrating something this Independence Day. Women's rights are human rights, and bodily autonomy is the most fundamental of liberties. And the USA?
What about the baby, bro? It's funny how they can't get that through their heads that the people who disagree with you on this think that it's a baby. So all these bodily autonomy rights that you're talking about, we're applying it to the baby. How do you not get how this works?
Has declared war not just on women, but on all of us. We're trying to say that bodily autonomy is not a human right. 4th of July is canceled.
I wonder where it says that. Like, who wrote that down? Did Clarence Thomas write down? So here's the thing, guys. Women do not have the right to bodily autonomy. Men do, though. And gay people can't get married, and we're now literally in The Handmaid's Tale. Literally, you guys. This is The Handmaid's Tale. I'm pretty sure that's what Clarence Thomas wrote down. He said, give the axe to Roe v. Wade. Handmaid's Tale enacted. PSA, using a popular song to tell everyone to wear black on the 4th of July. Well, what about pink? I thought we were wearing pink. They can't. Everyone's so desperate to come up with a trend that there's just a bunch of different ones. Which one are you going to wear? Are you guys going to wear pink or are you going to wear black? We will not be supporting a country that doesn't support us. Uh-huh.
Hey, baby, why?
Me canceling my 4th of July party because I'm not celebrating America after they overturned Roe v. Wade. Man. It's getting serious out there, man. What is...
I lost a lot of...
Oh, I can already tell this is going to be good. I mean, look at this. This has Karen written all over it. Are you ready? Oh, I can tell this was... And it says, government owns me. You're right. Clarence Thomas did just own your ass.
Friends today. I don't think I realized that on my Facebook how many people that I had who actually wrote on their Facebook that that Jesus is the salvation for what's happened in the last 50 years. Today has been a redemption. Are you fucking kidding me? You just handed over your body to the government and you're praising that. And you think that Jesus had a hand in it. I'm
How
so
is it?
angry.
I want someone to explain it. I am on a quest to find someone who can explain this. What do you mean you're turning your body over to the government? No one is forcing you to get pregnant. That's your choice. Listen, here's the thing. Intercourse is what makes a baby. I know no one ever told you guys this, but I mean, What are you talking about? This is not literally The Handmaid's Tale.
Angry. What's next? Marriage equality? We're going to have to close our savings and checking accounts? That they're going to hand everything.
What is... Oh... And it's always the smugness. Like she's so sure that she's right, and she just is spewing just incoherent nonsense.
Over to our husbands, that we can't make a decision or anything unless it's okay with our husbands or worse, the government. Is
Woman,
that what's coming down the line?
What are you on about?
Is that what you want for your daughters and your granddaughters? That we have less rights than our mothers did? That all the fighting...
I don't understand. What about Roe v. Wade being overturned is going to lead us down a dark road where women can no longer have bank accounts? They can't go outside without a male escort. It's going to be Sharia law. Oh no, wait. If you say that, that's actually bigoted. Sharia law is totally cool.
For equality since we got the vote, we're starting over again. What is next?
How is Roe v. Wade being overturned snowballing into all of these things that then you're starting over? She just lost her right to vote. She just lost her right to vote. It's unbelievable. Can you believe that Putin did this?
We need to band together. We need to get this overturned. The triggers have already triggered in the States.
Believe me, I can tell that you're getting triggered in every single state right now. Oh, hey, thanks, brother. That is extremely generous of you. I appreciate it, man.
States like fucking Tennessee, where they...
Hey. Listen, bitch. Don't be talking about my state, all right? Back off. You made it personal, not me.
They've also took away the age of marriage, that you can marry off your 9-year-old daughter, and now the government's telling you if you're raped by your daddy or your brother, you have to carry that fucking kid to term, or you're sexually assaulted in any way, or you're in poverty and you get pregnant, you can't afford another mouth to feed. And by the way, all those fucking people that I keep reading on Facebook who are praising that this is overturned, not one of them has adopted a child. Not ever. They're not foster parents.
You know what's funny?
Not adoptees.
Is they always say that, right? Where they go, I don't see you adopting any kids, you know? And then, have you seen this trend where people started saying that people started posting online saying that they will adopt kids, unwanted kids? Like families started offering this. And then they just started mocking them for it. It's like, well, wait, I thought that's what you wanted. You're not even adopting any of these kids. This is very reminiscent of when we kept asking you guys, are you going to take in refugees? And not a single person did. Now we're in this reverse situation where they're saying, you guys aren't even adopting babies. Are you going to adopt some babies? And then people start saying, yeah, I'll adopt the babies. And they go, you weirdo bigot, that's gross. You're like, what? I thought you wanted that. I got to find this video. Oh, here it is. Of this woman making fun of
Have a baby.
Making fun of the people who actually are stepping up and saying that, yes, I will adopt a baby. And this is what they think about it. They make fun of you and say, you're not even adopting kids. They go, okay, we will. And then they do this where they just mock you.
Please give me the baby. I require...
Oh, this is a female comedian, by the way. This is yeah, I'm not sure that she deserves that title anymore, but we'll see.
The baby. You are but a vessel for me and Daniel to have a baby. Hand over the child. Hand over the child. Put your body through hell. Hell. Spend thousands of dollars to have the baby. Hand over the baby. Please give me the baby. Has to be a son. If it's a girl, we give it back. Give me the baby. I want the baby. Your body, Daniel's choice. Give me the baby. All this was in the Bible for sure. Give me the baby. Please.
What a stupid person. But they make that argument all the time that, well, I don't see anybody adopting kids. Okay, we will adopt the unwanted kids. God, you're a freak. But what do you want then?
So fuck you.
Oh, well, thank you.
So what are we gonna do? I am ready to band with whoever I need to.
Well, Karen, that was a lot. Okay, what's a way to make your conservative family mad this 4th of July? This is another thing that they don't seem to get, is they think that because they get triggered by things, like when they see a MAGA hat, they just curl up into a ball and start crying and vomit uncontrollably, that the other side will be the same way. And it's like, I guarantee you, whatever any of these shirts are, or whatever it is, if I saw someone, especially someone that was her age, at some like 4th of July block party wearing that, I would just kind of roll my eyes and laugh and then just be on my way. I wouldn't care, you know? It does not hold the power over me that the MAGA hat holds over you, okay? So it says, girls just want to have fundamental rights. Man, that's really going to trigger the conservatives. The Republicans, dude, they're going to start crying when they see this. I'm telling you, man. They're going to start crying. Stars, stripes, reproductive rights. Got him. Dude, this is going to trigger them. This is going to make her conservative family super mad. That's what they don't get. I'm just going to roll my eyes and kind of laugh at you and be like, okay, whatever. Yeah, you're an idiot. Hashtag pro-choice. Damn, that one's really going to get them. Oh, and she has links to all of them in her bio if you want to buy them. Are they affiliate links? Does she make money off of this? All right, let's see.
Fourth of July 2022 is canceled in my house. I will be home. I'm not going out. I'm not going to listen to music, patriotic music. How can I possibly look at my daughter?
This dude bought a Trump shirt to spray paint the word lost over it. That's a pro gamer move right there. That's some big brain stuff. You bought the shirt. It's like when people went and bought more Harry Potter books to burn them because J.K. Rowling said something they didn't like. You bought the book. Wow, sure sticking it to them. There's tons of anti-Trump shirts out there. You could have bought one of those and just supported a cause that you believed in, but instead you bought an actual Trump shirt. And you have a faux hawk, so your opinions are bullshit.
And tell her to celebrate her freedoms. If a man can rape her and I can be forced to pay for his child, How can I possibly look at my women friends and tell them to celebrate their freedom?
What is a woman?
When we've been taken back hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years. Roe v. Wade's only 50 years old, but we've been taken back hundreds of years.
They're not free. They don't have autonomy over their own bodies. How can I possibly tell my African American, my people of color, how can I tell them to celebrate their...
Did he just say my African American? Does he have a houseboy? Is that what he's saying? Man, this faux hawk guy over here, man. Get it together, dude.
Their freedoms, while Miranda rights are being eroded and police brutality is not stopping. How am I going to celebrate freedom? What freedom do we have? I don't know if the people who are watching this happen and have no issue with it understand that sooner or later they come for you.
Wait, you're telling me that sooner or later the Supreme Court is going to repeal all federal gun laws and say that it should be up to the states completely 100%? All right. Cool. What a nightmare.
Sooner or later, if one of us is not free, then none of us are free.
Well, that's just factually not true. I mean, the owner of the slave was certainly free. I gotta say that. I mean, and the other person, the slave, was not free. What are you on about?
Anybody understand that at all? Anybody? I live in Williamson County, Tennessee. There are 200
you bastard.
churches.
Another freaking Tennessean? God, this guy's such a bitch. And look at this weird bald spot he's got. And it's not like a normal bald spot. Have you noticed that? Let me see if I can find it. And I don't have any respect for a man this age who has Christmas lights hanging up in their living room permanently. What a tool. Let me see if I can find this. I can't quite. I haven't been able to catch it. Maybe it's not bald. It's just thin in one strange spot. I don't know.
How can I possibly?
You ever notice that these videos, some of the longer, like from 1 minute to like 3 minutes long, and they feel like they last 20 minutes, man. It's just unbelievable.
If one of us is not free, then none of us are free.
Wrong.
Anybody understand that at all? Anybody?
Well, I don't, because it's just not true. I mean, I would like everyone to be free, of course. Yes, that is what I would prefer, of course. But like I said, I mean, it's just these empty platitudes, you know?
I live in Williamson County, Tennessee. There are 200 churches in one county for the same God. Do you want to play that as a purity test?
What?
They're going to come for you. They're going.
What is this guy talking about? And why do they always talk about this as if it was a religious, Christian motivated decision, the overturning of Roe v. Wade? Read the decision, man. I mean, just go read what they said about it. It was complete. Even Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who they just absolutely worship, even she said that Roe v. Wade was bad law and that it would eventually be overturned. She said that because it's bad law on its face.
Going to. How didn't you see that? Yeah, the 4th of July is fucking canceled. In the future, most likely as well. Because I can't vote. I can't change it. My vote literally means nothing. They've done the research. My vote means nothing.
There is, man, they did the research on Matt's votes. They found out that his vote specifically does nothing. I would like to see the team that calculated this for Matt.
So what am I going
to... Oh, his name's Matt, by the way. It says it right there.
do? Just ride this out for 30 years while we go back to some sort of a Handmaid's Tale deal?
Handmaid's Tale. Handmaid's Tale. Everyone take a shot. Take a shot. Handmaid's Tale. It's literally the Handmaid's Tale.
I mean, what is... Like, seriously. Yeah. No. No fucking 4th of July. No. It's stupid. And if you celebrate it, you don't know what's going on. And I ask that you would open your eyes and consider they will come for you.
But here's the thing. If you choose not to celebrate 4th of July, what does that accomplish? I don't understand. Like, what's the goal here? That the people you don't like in the government are going to be like, hey, did you guys hear? Matt's not grilling out this 4th. What? No, Matt? No way. Yeah. Matt, he's not celebrating the 4th of July. Guys, we need to do better. We got to get Matt back on the team and have him celebrating 4th of July. Bring back Roe v. Wade. Give the man whatever he wants. The fact that he's not going to be grilling burgers on the 4th of July, it basically cripples our economy, destroys our democracy, and basically nullifies the entire Constitution. Matt, you've won. You have absolutely won. Oh, and Matt, no one cares about you. No one cares what you do. Just continue to decorate your apartment like you're a 19-year-old girl that just moved out, starting her first year in college as a feminist dance theory major. Get out of here, Matt. Dude, stop racism. Yeah.
Country on earth. It is the place with the most opportunity
Hey,
on earth.
Shapiro.
It is the most good for the most people in America and around the globe.
Over 2 million Americans.
Oh, look at this guy. Shave it off, man. What are you doing? Oh, just shave it off. Wow.
Americans are incarcerated. The United States has killed over 1 million people in foreign.
There's people in prison, you guys. There's people in prison. American freedom debunked.
Countries under the name of freedom and terrorism. The United States has broken down.
You know, you almost had a good point, but then you said, in the name of freedom and terrorism. Huh? What? What? Freedom and terrorism? I mean, it can't be both. Right? Freedom and terrorism. I mean, I don't like our foreign wars more than anybody else, but it's... All right, let's see if his mustache gets any longer by the end of this video, or else... It's brutal.
Destabilize and replace governments to become corporate drones. Drones that...
Yeah, the Ukraine, namely, as actually the most relevant one currently.
Can no longer support their people, feed their people, give back to their people, because all they do is give to the United States. Then...
Did you hear the way he said that? The way his voice... I'm starting to think maybe this guy's trolling. Did you hear the way he said that? The tone of his voice?
Drones. Drones that can no longer support their people, feed their people, give back to their people, because all they do is give to the United States. Then,
all they do is give to the United States.
And when their people are forced to flee the terror that the United States causes upon their countries, they come to this country to see another form of terror. They become slaves to corporations that don't give them health care, that don't give them Social Security. Hell, they can't even pay them a livable wage. Then their children, people...
Well, they do that. They do pay a livable wage. But yeah, he does sound like he's about to cry, for sure. This is, he's about halfway through his Politics 101, his poli-sci. He's like halfway through his first class on his way to getting that degree. He's been woken up, you know? I wish there was a word for this, but I don't know.
People like me are forced to undergo crippling debt if we want to see some sort of success.
I knew it. I told you. He's talking about student loan debt. He is halfway through his first class in his poli-sci degree. And no, actually, the numbers show now that getting a degree basically does zero for your future job prospects. Like it does almost nothing, because they've made the degrees irrelevant. It's bullshit. This is the guy that would get some stupid degree and then go into some business that is completely unrelated to the degree because he got some ridiculous degree in, like, you know, anti-American modern art. He got this fantastic degree in that. He studied it for 5 years. And then he walks into some business and wants a job, and they're like, well, hey, our starting pay is $12. And he's like, I have a degree in anti-American modern art. Oh, well, in that case, there's the door. Can you get the hell out of here?
Until we make change, there is no opportunity for us.
Amen, brother. But some advice. If you can't grow a mustache, shave it off. Because badass facial hair does give you credibility. But having good facial hair gives you credibility, but having bad facial hair, man, it does the opposite for sure.
Hey, y'all, hey. So a lot of y'all been asking when, where, how, when do we get this started? So it starts on 4th of July. Our first day to stop is going to be on the 4th of July. Our first day, y'all. 4th of July. We're not buying shit. We're not doing shit. We're not...
What is going on with this video? I don't get TikTok, man, and I have been using it for quite a while. Why do people do this? Is it just pure narcissism? Like, this ginger monstrosity just filmed a video to put alongside this other woman's video where she just like nods her head along with it and, you know, is given a slay queen look. What is TikTok? Someone get the Chinese on the phone and ask them. I need to find this out. I don't get it.
Not driving, we're not posting, we're not getting the bus, we're not flying, we're not booking shit, we're not doing anything. Do you understand? No fireworks, no red, white, and blue shirts. Don't go nowhere. Stay the fuck at the house. It starts on the 4th of July. You want a day? We're not going to just boycott one thing. We're going to boycott every fucking thing. Do you understand me? And to those of you who are all a little slow, you don't get it, don't buy shit, don't go nowhere, stay at the goddamn house. Don't buy nothing on the 4th of July.
Do you think you think we're going to be hearing about the devastating effect that this had on our economy? Actually, this is brilliant. I'm realizing now what the plan is here. This is a government psyop. They're to get these people to do this boycott on the 4th of July because they're going to claim that it just tanked the economy. So when they finally just can't deny that we're in a depression and, you know, inflation's through the roof, your dollar's not worth anything, they're going to say this is the consequences of overturning Roe v. Wade because the people had to strike and boycott everything to make their voices heard, and they'd rather tank the whole economy. That's how important that this is. So it's not going to be Putin's fault anymore. They'll claim that it was such an ultra success that it has tanked the economy. I see what they're doing. This ain't my first rodeo.
Don't do shit. Don't go to work. And I know a lot of you like, oh, I can't afford to take a day off. Well, we can't afford to keep dying either. Let's show them.
I'm sorry, what?
In these holidays that they created, they make the most money off our black ass. So guess what? 4th of July, that's when it's time. We're going to stop.
4th of July makes the most money on black people? What? You know, I've never heard that one before. Wait, so is Independence Day a black holiday? Is that what they're saying? Because usually they say it's like, you know, a bunch of white redneck bigots that go out and shoot guns and blow stuff up with fireworks and drink too much beer. And, you know, it's just white people celebrating, you know, owning slaves and all this stuff. Like, oh, but now she's claiming it's a black holiday. Huh. Oh, it sounds stupid to me.
Stop on the 4th of July. I don't want to hear no excuses. And if you're going to continue to go ahead and buy your red, white, and blue shirt and your red, white, and blue Jordans, you know, and a slab of ribs,
damn right I will.
Please unfollow, because you're a part of the fucking problem.
Oh, man.
Hey, so a lot of y'all...
I gotta unfollow her now. See, what is TikTok? Why did this ginger beast decide to duet this video and film her reacting to this black woman, but she never said anything? She just kind of was like bobbing her head around and waving her hands around. Like, what is TikTok?
It's safe to say that white Americans did not just declare independence to lower their tax rate, but they also did it to continue to enslave you, because you didn't gain independence until about 90 years later, after a bloody war that you fought in for your own independence. Look up the Somerset case.
Dude, you can't be that stupid, bro. Come on. That is the most disingenuous thing. Disingenuous thing I've ever heard. I mean, get out of here. Why the 4th of July should be canceled. George Washington and Tom Jefferson had slaves. Canceled. The U.S. is racist and shouldn't be celebrated. Canceled. Fireworks are scary. Canceled. It's too patriotic, could make other countries sad. Okay, so he's making fun of it. Get out of here.
Happy 4th of July. What's going on, Tyreek? Happy 4th of July. And happy 4th of July to you too. Isn't it amazing how far we've come as a country? Because you know, when July 4th was first made a thing in 1776, the newfound freedom and independence that we celebrated as Americans didn't really apply to your ancestors, did it? They weren't even considered American citizens. More like property used at the disposal of the white man to help build this country.
You know what's funny, though, is if no one ever told anybody that, like, they act like it's like, they call, you know, the generational and racial trauma of slavery. And I'm not saying we shouldn't teach slavery. I know there are people, they always jump on that, but it's like, if that was true, if there was a generational racial trauma or whatever from this, no one would have to tell you about it. But the truth is, if no one told you about it, your life would not be affected in the slightest. If you had no idea that your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was a slave, you don't just walk around with this just like genetic racism or genetic slavery. I mean, it's like they act like that's somehow. This is a choice on your part, okay? This is a choice.
4th of July is really a celebration of white America's newfound freedom and independence. But of course, over time, we've acknowledged you people as human beings, citizens of this great nation that helped build it. And we felt like you should be included in this celebration. So now look at you, a free black man celebrating the 4th of July in America. That's just a kick in the rear, isn't it? Well, anyways, you have a good 4th of July. You hear? What's going on, Ty?
I don't know at this point. They don't even base like any of their comedy or anything off of anything that has to do with reality. I don't. What are you talking about? These kinds of conversations don't happen. This is what you think happens for some moronic reason.
So 4th of July is coming up, the American holiday of celebrating our independence, our freedom. What independence? What freedom?
Oh, she's got us there. What independence? What freedom? Well, surely you know the independence part, right? I mean, if you want to debate freedom, I mean, I guess we can, but I mean, the independence part seems pretty solid historically.
Good afternoon, my sisters and brothers on TikTok. It's a dude up the street. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day.
Yeah, brother.
It is a hot mofo here in St. Louis. 97 degrees, and it is just blazing hot. Feels like 100 degrees outside.
All right, this video is 2.5 minutes long. We're not listening to it. Oh, hey, here's the original.
Asking when, where, how, when do we get?
This is not the place for all this.
We're celebrating 4th of July this year. It's so fun. Me knowing women are getting rights taken, plus E.V. Ferguson is trying to get withdrawn, and racism exists. I wish that I was a liberal, and then I could just say shit. And then I could just say it, and that... I'd just say it. Who cares? Are you going to celebrate 4th of July? Man, look at these edgy teens. But unfortunately, because of the arrested state of development most adults are, these edgy teens are now 35. Oh, what a bunch of losers.
I was shocked, honey. I was in tears almost. And it has a...
Y'all celebrating the 4th of July. What is there to celebrate? Stolen land, racism, kids in cages, high unemployment, and homelessness, a horrible response to a pandemic. Who built the cages? Who built the cages, Joe? It's always just a bunch of preset. It is the NPC meme is just too good, man, because it really is just like it's an NPC. There's a set number of responses. And it randomly, the algorithm randomly picks one, and then that's what we're going with. My mother, after I tell her why we shouldn't be celebrating 4th of July. Well, if you don't want to celebrate it, that's fine. I'm going to continue celebrating. Who cares? Based. You got a cool mom. I'd listen to your mom.
Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump.
When did they start pushing this worship of native peoples? So these are the actual founding fathers? Well, no, that they did not, in fact, found the United States of America. I mean, that shouldn't even be one that you have to explain. Dude, before Donald Trump, everything was perfect. The native people were riding around on horses, being peaceful. No, then Donald Trump came in and bam, guns existed, rape existed, death, destruction, COVID. Behold the pale horse. The man who sat on him was Donald Trump, and hell followed with him. Me most of the year. America is racist and full of corruption. Me during 4th of July week. Well, hey, at least you get it right for 1 week. Man, he celebrates 4th of July for a whole week. That's more patriotic than me. Though I like to believe, or I like to think that I live my life every day as if it is 4th of July, so.
I hope that I am alive when.
See if I can do it. That's when you know you're about to hear some dumb shit. The click, they love to do the tongue click thing. I can't even do it.
So I hope that I am alive when the 99%ers finally wake the fuck up and decide that we're done with all of this shit. All the motherfuckers that got together before us and made up all these rules that now have us enslaved. I hope I'm alive to see that, because it's crazy how we hold the power but we don't do fucking shit with it. So I hope I'm alive to see it, or will it be another 100 years where we're so divided that we don't realize that the only people who are winning are the rich. I hope that I am alive.
It's all so tiresome. It's all so tiresome. Cancel 4th of July.
Before I just start this whole thing, I have to ask pro-lifers, like,
why does your phone camera look like it's from 2005? Is she using a flip phone?
what would you do if you got raped or sexually assaulted?
Oh, this is going to be a good argument. No one has brought this to the table. Yeah, what if there was a case of rape? Now, if she also brings up incest somewhere in here, slam dunk. Pro-lifers owned. And you know what? We will never be able to recover if we're literally living in The Handmaid's Tale.
And you had to deal with people, pro-lifers.
Those bastards.
Just telling you Bible verses, or telling you what the Bible says, or saying that you should have kept your
I've never once used the Bible as a reason to be against abortion.
legs closed, or how dare you murder another human being. They...
She just said that as if it was a ridiculous thing to say, or like, how dare you murder another human being.
turned over the Roe versus Wade right. I think that's what it is. I don't know. I'm only 16 years old, and I don't really keep up with the political views or what's happening in the political life. But aside from that,
I think this girl is trolling. It's gotta be. No one would say that.
There's been this thing going on my For You page, which was the 4th of July, canceling the 4th of July. And to be honest, after all the bullshit that we've been going through.
This girl just said she was 16, and then there's this dude, Eric Harvey. One of the only comments on the video. Very well said. I couldn't have said it any better. And if you need someone to talk to, I am here. That, my friends, is a pedophile.
As us women or non-binary people or trans people who have women reproductive systems, yeah, I'm gonna fucking join them, because yeah, I'm sick and tired of people being like, man, this is such a great country where we have all the freedom and the right to be free. Is it really freedom when you get discriminated for your sexuality? Or
actually, yeah. It actually kind of is, because the government can't do it and the law enforcement, they can't do it. I mean, but regular people can if they want to. Yeah, actually, yes.
being who you are, getting discriminated against your race, against your gender, against your woman right. Is it really freedom? And I have heard many rape and sexual assault stories on my For You page, and people experiencing pro-lifers just saying maybe you should have kept your legs closed. Well, maybe you men should keep your fucking sausage in your fucking pocket. I don't know what to say.
Well, I mean, you could literally just not have sex. I mean, that is an option. Why do they act like that's not an option? Okay.
Have some human decency. If a girl says no, if someone says no, they mean no.
Yeah, and rape is illegal, and we prosecute rapists. Obviously, that's not what we're talking about. Oh, man. Everyone remembers when they were that age, right? When you're a teenager and you're just becoming aware of there's political things going on in the world and there's injustices and you're getting woken up and you just say some of the dumbest shit ever. If you've ever posted or said America's racist, Biden 2020, the American flag is racist, BLM, I hate America, ACAB, then what? I didn't get to see it. You made it go way too fast, lady. I better not see any July 4th posts. Oh, okay, so this was a person who thinks that's stupid.
You ain't got to worry about me, girl. You do not have to worry about me. But if you ever said that immigrants make the country worse, that we should build a wall, that, the gays are ruining the country with their rhetoric, whatever, etc., Biden isn't your president, I better not hear that from you either.
Well, none of that tracks, but how much you want to bet that this lady here said Trump was not her president? I bet you she probably had at least 5 or 6 posts on Facebook or whatever with hashtag not my president about Donald Trump. Everybody said that. Everybody did.
So somebody asked me the other day, yo, why you think there's no Wawas in the hood? And I looked at him like this.
I'm not going to be able to watch this, dude.
Yeah, fuck the 4th. That sounds mad familiar. That's because Frederick Douglass said it first, 170 years ago. What to the American slave is your 4th of July? I answer, a day that reveals to him more than all other days in the year, the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is the constant victim. To him, your celebration is a sham.
Be enraged, protest.
Well, yeah, if they were still slaves, they would certainly agree with that, yes.
But stop expecting me to give you the reins to a protest that has been the soundtrack of my entire life just because you are now affected by it. A lot of you that are protesting didn't have that same energy when people who look like me were being gunned down in the streets, or when voter suppression laws came into power and limited the ability of marginalized communities to vote.
Like what? Like what? I need an example of these laws, of these voter suppression laws. Needing to have a valid ID, is that it? I wonder if he has a valid ID. He probably doesn't. I mean, he's black, right? Isn't that what they say?
Be outraged, but keep that same energy when it doesn't affect you directly.
Literally nothing about what they said, this white woman said, affected her directly in that. I'd argue that everything that she said didn't affect anybody, but,
I guess it's true that some people...
Yeah, whatever.
In history, if you're flying more than one American flag at a time, you're just racist. All right? Because the first flag says, I'm proud to be an American. But the second one says, and I think you know what that really means. And
they just assume that this is what people do, but they've never actually managed to produce a single example of somebody who's like this. They just accuse you of it and say, well, I know what you really think. And you go, no, I'm telling you what I really think. Yeah, but I know inside what you really think. No, you don't.
And the third flag just equals one Confederate flag. That's the new exchange rate, right? 3 American to 1 Confederate. At this point in American history...
That's real rich coming from a guy dressed up like Colonel Sanders. All right, get out of here.
I wasn't going to make any more reply videos today, but this is actually really important for everyone to know.
This can't be real. I've never heard of the term blackface. I don't even know what it means. That's a troll. Whoever sent that, they're trolling you, lady. And the fact that you actually want to explain this shows that you're a moron.
But this is actually really important for everyone to know. I'm going to read the whole thing so you can't breeze through this. Blackface, dark makeup worn as by a performer in a minstrel show in a caricature of the appearance of a black person.
This is something that's really common. If you notice in some of my, almost all of my TikTok videos, they explain like the most super ultra basic things as if they're like somehow groundbreaking. I mean, first of all, that comment was clearly trolling. That's something I would say on Twitter. When someone made some ridiculous statement about how this is basically blackface or something, I would reply to that person and say, blackface? I've never heard of that. Can you explain that to me? That's something that I would say. I'm not going to listen to the definition of blackface. Get out of here.
How do we define the American dream? Say opportunity and success are bursting at the seams. Keep that image pristine and those white hoods real clean. Drenched in blood but covered up with the promises of excellence. Give the false pretense the U.S. is the best, then sold it to the immigrants while brown, black, and indigenous liberties are prohibited. Buried in the soil to grow a fake free nation. Flourishing inequity planted through every situation. These systems have persisted nurtured with hate in their roots, looking to hide the horrid truth embedded deep in the fabric of the red, white, and blue.
Oh, damn, boy. Dude, that was objectively bad. Even if what he was saying wasn't just absolutely deranged, it was bad.
And to a world sick with racism, get well soon.
These people can't be real. This can't be. To a world sick with racism, get well soon. Oh man.
And to a world sick with racism, get well soon.
Oh, you could fuck right off with that. Get out of here.
We stand.
Oh, God. Attention, on the 4th of July, we're wearing black to protest. I thought we were wearing pink. Are we wearing black or pink? Or are we wearing black and pink? You guys need to get your stories straight. Is that it? There's nothing else to that? Okay.
This plan is...
Dude, here's the thing. Oh, hey, our the sex bots are back. How can YouTube not get a handle on this? I don't understand that. It happens like every stream now. And I have to delete it every time. All right. But this is like the rebel English teacher when she said that, so the conservative Twitter hate page has found me. I have never found the conservative Twitter hate page, because sign me up. That sounds like a group of a bunch of people who know how to make some memes. You know what I mean? Me on social media joining private, quote, racist hate groups. Oh yeah, that's totally a thing. There's totally just groups on Facebook that just say, hey, this is a racist hate page. And what we do here is we are racist, and Facebook allows us to do this. They're totally on board. They don't delete, they don't ban you for posting a meme or for saying that Black Lives Matter sucks. No, they don't do that. They let actual hate groups have private groups on Facebook. Totally. Oh, it's this woman again.
Mine when visiting Korea. It sucks, I know. Well,
What?
Korea is a very homogeneous country.
How did this pop up on the 4th of July page? Reminder for everyone to wear black on July. Okay, so I guess we're wearing black. I've heard that one enough times. That one wins. The pink one is gone. Don't wear pink on 4th of July. We're wearing black. I guess they're trying to copy Antifa and do the black bloc. I'm sure it will be extremely effective. All right, let's see one of the other ones. There we go. Cancel the 4th of July. This one's going to be totally different. No, thank you. This is on Twitter a lot, where people dress up in these indigenous outfits and they say that they're doing traditional dances and stuff. And then this is the music that's playing. That doesn't sound very traditional Native American to me, but you know.
You're not celebrating the 4th of July this year. I'll go first, because I care about children. Let me explain. The 4th of July essentially celebrates a settler state. We all know the United States wouldn't exist without the genocide of indigenous people. We all just pretend like it doesn't matter that much. But our settler state neighbors to the north know a little something about uncovering the truth. Officials recently found over 200 indigenous children's bodies at a residential school in Canada.
Oh, this one's from last year. Remember that? Turns out that was fake. Do you remember that? They said they were finding all these bodies at some boarding schools or whatever, and it turns out that was all a lie.
And the number of mass graves continue to grow. According to
Yeah, but of course it never got brought back up, and no one ever corrected the record except for, wasn't it Lauren Southern that did like a mini documentary about it, showing it, but of course it never got corrected anywhere, and people still believe that that's a real thing.
According to The Week, over 6,000 Indigenous children died in residential schools in Canada. And these weren't really schools. They were sites of physical, spiritual, and psychological torture of Indigenous people and their families. And this
I hate to break it to you, that doesn't narrow it down. That's literally all state-funded schooling, not just for Indigenous people, but literally for all children. Sites of psychological, spiritual, and physical torture. That is an apt description of all state-funded education.
This happened here too. The last residential schools in the United States closed in the 1970s. And our government has promised to open up an investigation, but that's not going to happen until we signal boost. Because a weird thing happens with numbers. When they get really high, we start to not care as much. So visualize one child. How can you celebrate that? Tell me why you're not celebrating the 4th of July this
Wait, did she say when there's more, we don't care?
were sites of physical, spiritual, and psychological torture of Indigenous people and their families. And this happened here too. The last residential schools in the United States closed in the 1970s. And our government has promised to open up an investigation, but that's not going to happen until we signal boost. Because a weird thing happens with numbers. When they get really high, we start to not care as much. So visualize one child. How can you celebrate that? Tell me why you're not.
What? When the numbers get high, we stop caring? Okay. That's why people think the Holocaust was no big deal. It's the numbers were very high. One or two. That's headline news, big deal. 6 million, not as big of a deal. What is she talking about? We don't seem to care. And this ridiculous thing about signal boosting. These are the kind of people that think that they made some kind of important like impact on the world when they changed their profile picture to a black square for for Black Lives Matter. That somehow that dude, signal boosting, dude, that's getting the word out. Black Lives Matter, dude.
My name is Sasheen Littlefeather. I'm Apache.
Sasheen Littlefeather is mostly known for making an acceptance.
Another one of these stupid duet things where it's someone just sitting there. I don't need to know what you look like while you're watching TikTok.
Tell me why you're not celebrating the 4th of July this year. I'll go first. Because I care about children. Let me explain. The 4th of July essentially...
Man, a lot can change in a year. This is another one from 2021, and they're not celebrating 4th of July because they care about children. Fast forward, 2022, we're not celebrating 4th of July because we don't care about children, and we think they should be killed. 2021, they were upset about all the dead kids. Now they're like, wait, you're telling me I can't just kill kids whenever I want? God, this is... What a bigoted country. Oh, God. The cringe. What did she say? Oh, God. For July 4th... Oh. Okay, so it's black or pink. July 4th, wear black or pink in solidarity with women. The messaging is a little jumbled here. And then for some reason, there's a picture of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Mama raised a soldier. Yeah, she didn't teach you how to stay in shape like a soldier, but... Oh, I liked the video on accident. Don't tell anyone.
No, bitch! No!
Oh, she's doing sign language. Dude, this is super woke. God, these are all from 2021. What's up with that? Damn, girl. Lay off the crack. Wow. Holy hell.
Canada did it, guys. They would lit up their city orange for Canada Day for all the children that were killed in the boarding school.
These tags are all these are all from last year. When you can't wear an orange shirt because you have to work, you improvise. Yeah, that's professional. I mean, you wouldn't want to be unprofessional by wearing orange at work. But this is professional. Why are they always ugly? I mean, what? It's a choice, right? I mean, it has to be. Or is it if you're ugly, you fall into leftist nonsense because you're ugly? I don't... There's a chicken and egg thing going on here. Were you mentally handicapped first, or were you ugly first? I don't know. It's a real chicken or egg situation. I dissent, and I will wear black this 4th of July. Yes. Fight the power. There's RBG again. The woman who said that Roe v. Wade was bad law and would be overturned. Oh, hey, it's this person again.
Bitches love to stare, touching her. Nigga, my bitch, I don't slay.
When customers in 4th of July clothes see my makeup, I could guarantee you that anyone who was actually wearing anything that looked like 4th of July had no freaking idea that your absurd eye makeup had to do with the killing of indigenous children in Canada. They were not aware of that. They just caught you out of the corner of their eye, and then they had to turn and look, and they were like, oh shit, what is that? Why did you do that to yourself? Where's your mother?
You're aware that Roe v. Wade has been overturned, which sets off a chain reaction across all U.S. states to allow the states to make the choices they desire for women's bodies. This is undeniably disturbing and upsetting to women across the nation, and it's a huge backwards leap for women's rights. The one thing that nobody seems to be talking about is how this also affects men. And as disappointing as it is that I have to...
Dude, why? What is TikTok? How many of these videos just have someone standing to the side, just showing them watching the video? I don't understand this. I don't get it. Yeah, they just like they it's called a duet on TikTok, where you can put your video next to someone else's video as like a response. But why? Because they just it's like the ginger monster earlier that was sitting beside the black woman and was talking about boycotting the 4th of July. You know, and she just was standing there giving a look like, yeah, slay queen. And then what is this?
have to come up with these reasons why it also affects men so that they will be in support of women's rights. Men are either glad that this decision has been made, or they're sitting idly by while the women in their lives are stressed. But don't think for 1 second this also doesn't affect you. And if this video helps one...
This dude kind of looks like an alien, doesn't he? I mean, damn.
Person without a uterus to understand why they should be standing up for other people with uteruses, then I've done my job. Previously, before Roe v. Wade was overturned, men benefited greatly from women having open access to abortion. You have now also lost your ability to plan how many children you want, and when you are ready to have them, which you had previously when abortion was legal thanks to a hard-fought battle by women, not by men.
Where is this guy walking? And oh my god, there's still 2 minutes left in this video.
Not only have you now lost this benefit from your partner having the ability to get an abortion, by not speaking out and standing up for women's rights, you have now weakened your access to your family's contraception. Are you married with 3 kids already and your wife is on birth control? When she's stripped of her access to birth control, are you prepared to wear a condom after 14 years of marriage? I guess the alternative that women are always taught is just stop having sex. Are you prepared to stop having sex with your wife because she is now too afraid to get pregnant? Since many men seem to enjoy having sex with women, I really don't see this happening. That being said, I would assume most men do not want to live in a world where women do not have access to birth control. Maybe it's just me. So here you are, 14 years of marriage, 3 kids
still
later,
have access
and you're
to birth
thinking to yourself,
control.
I'm not going to stop having
Lord.
sex with my wife, and I'm certainly not going to wear a condom. And what do you know, the all too common, oops, are you prepared financially to take care of a 4th child? I guess it doesn't matter now because you don't have a say. That child's coming whether you're prepared or not. So much for all those things you had planned for your future. They're not happening now. Oh, and by the way, if you're not married and happen to impregnate someone, remember that little thing called child support? Women being
Where is
forced to
this
give
guy
birth
going?
means you are now financially responsible for that baby, whether you were ready or not. And for all the young men out there humping
I'm
like...
talking about the guy on the left, not the guy on the right. What are you blabbering on about? And what is this mentality that we are just so weak that your life is now destroyed? Get out of here. You look like your name would be Chuck. Get out of here, Chuck. I'm talking about the dude on the right.
Rabbit, when a mistake does happen, even after you've taken
And yes, this video is still going.
all precautions. Now that Roe v. Wade has been struck down, the percentage of young men finishing high school or ever attending college is going to drop drastically, thanks to women losing their rights to legal abortions.
No, that's already happened. Women graduate college at a higher rate than men now, and have for quite a few years. That's actually that's been a thing already before the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Actually,
Good luck getting a job without an education in this fucked up economy. And if you're a man who's still watching,
and as I said before, the statistics show us right now that college is not helping people get jobs. It's not. You're better off to not go to college and get a job somewhere. See, get out of here. Or better yet, if you really want a leg up, go to a trade school. A 1 or 2 year college course that will, employers sometimes will help pay for you to go do that, so they'll hire you after you get out there. Trade school, you know? Like I said, you don't have to get a master's in feminist dance theory or anti-American modern art. That's not going to get you a job. I'm sorry. It will get you $180,000 in debt, because that's how much one of those fantastic majors is going to cost you, because it's just that important, man.
in this video, but also ignorant enough to say that a life is a life, and you're still in support of this decision because you've fallen for the Republican narrative that it's about saving children. Well, you have been fooled, my friend. If this was about babies, as Republicans claim, they would be fighting for more child benefits, not less. They would be supporting universal health care, not trying to get rid of it. And they
Is this guy sniffing his finger? What is he doing? What is going on here? I love how, to them, if you're not advocating for federal programs, then you're not doing anything. Yet, while simultaneously firebombing and vandalizing pregnancy centers, where their only goal is to help women who are pregnant and offer support to them for 2 years after the baby is born. That sounds better than any bullshit government-run nonsense. I mean, it's the tiredest example, but go to the DMV. Everyone has to go to the DMV. That's what government-run shit is like. It's garbage. So close. There's like 5 seconds left.
They certainly wouldn't be backing a policy that would lead to a 21% increase in maternal mortality. This isn't just about women's reproductive freedom. And it's important for you to know that when we lose our freedoms, you lose yours too. And men need to start speaking up. At this point, I'm sure you're aware that Roe v. Wade has been overturned.
Jeez. That's enough out of you, woman. It's man's time now, okay? Men are talking. And she is the kind of woman, Chuck, who would just lose her freaking mind if you said that to her, even as a joke. The men are talking now, sweetheart.
And canceled for quite some.
Oops, I clicked on the... Oh, well, here, let's watch one more 4th of July thing. And then I got one more video I want to show you guys. And that'll be it for this show.
4th of July is canceled. It's been canceled for quite some time, but as of Friday, June 24th, 2022, when Roe versus Wade was overturned, that changed everything. 4th of July is canceled permanently.
Wow. And in his little caption here, with his 4th of July is canceled permanently, 100 middle finger. And then for some reason, even though he's talking about Roe v. Wade, it's a LGBTQ pride flag and a trans pride flag. When you can explain to me how that's related to abortions, I would love to hear it. All right. I wanted to play one video real quick. Because it's absolutely shocking. It's just... these people are... They're literal demons. They're lizard people. Interdimensional beings coming straight from hell. But you remember that? I'm sure most people saw that video that went viral. Or not video, the photo that went viral of the woman who was like 7 or 8 months pregnant. Oh, maybe 6 or 7 months pregnant, I guess. Who was at the rally, the pro-abortion rally in D.C., and she had written on her belly, "Not yet a human." I'm sure most of you have seen that photo. Well, there's an interview with her now, and it's about as bad as you would guess that it would be.
Amanda, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you were very pregnant.
I am very pregnant. I am due tomorrow.
Oh my goodness! And are you due to be induced, or are you going to wait and see?
I'm going to wait and see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now tell me about what you have written on your stomach.
Sure. So this is a part of me right now. I'm Jewish, and according to Jewish law and tradition, life begins with the first breath and at birth, and that if anything were to happen up until then, that it is part of me, and it is my decision. It's part of my body. It's like a limb. I mean, it is a significant part of me, but it's my decision.
Okay, so I see you have written here. Can you read it to me?
Yeah, it says "not yet a human."
And why did you write that?
Because everyone is talking about murder, and it's just, it's me. It's not somebody else yet. I have a child. This is a person. This is a person with will. This is a person who has decision-making power, and this is me.
What do you think of today's decision?
It's awful. I mean, it's horrible. I don't know, what parts this baby is going to have, but if he or she does not have the options that they need to make bodily choices around what they can do with their own life, I don't know how to protect them in the world.
Damn. What? These people are deranged. I mean, absolutely deranged. How could you be that pregnant and think that you could still choose to abort that child if you murder that child if you wanted to? I mean, that is what the derangement. I don't know how else to describe it. Anyway, yeah, we'll do a little bit of Over the Legal Limit. Why not? I mean, we got to celebrate the fact that Rainbow Month is over. We made it through, man. We made it through. Rainbow successfully eliminated. All right, yeah. I'll take a quick break and we'll be back up with Over the Legal Limit. After what has been the longest, most grueling, and quite frankly, the most gay Pride Month on record, it is time for Americans to celebrate. It is time to celebrate the dispatching of the hordes of hungry, hungry homos. Let us drink beer. Let us grill burgers. And let us be great once again. Because, boy, you're in MAGA country.